So Kang Jin-hyuk received a reward after clearing the 3rd floor of the trial tower. According to the color of the reward, it is divided into 7 levels: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Ideally, the reward for the 3rd floor should be red, but the system gave him an orange-level treasure chest. This is too awesome. Kang Jin-hyuk rubs his hands, knowing that this should be the effect of his solo skill. When a person is alone, he can upgrade the reward. After opening the treasure chest, he obtained a lot of materials, such as the seed of the sun, fire-breathing snails, etc., all put into the backpack. However, the next moment, a high-level item caught his attention. It was a stone shaped like the sun. Kang Jin-hyuk was thrilled. Isn't that a sunshade stone? The real ancestor Alice looked at him with a contemptuous expression. She can't stand his proud look. But then the real ancestor also laughed. There's really no way to deal with this immature guy, but only he can clear the trial tower. Meanwhile, in another conference room, it was deathly silent. The leaders of these big guilds all had bad looks. It's nothing. It's just that they can't do what Kang Jin-hyuk did alone. The leader of the White Tiger Guild, Baek Jin-ho, put on a smile. Haha, I said that kid can do it. But the leader of the Porcupine Guild couldn't hold it in. Can you still laugh? Our big guild's reputation has been snatched away by that kid. But these words can be kept in mind. If they're said out loud, the taste will be different. Saint Teresa expressed her anger. What kind of words are those? If it wasn't for Kang Jin-hyuk, we would have been forced to join forces with the Demonic Human Association. They helped us in a critical moment. And you're talking like this. Maria's sister, Baek Jin-ho uncle, you say something. But their silence made Teresa sweat. Wrong. Why did everyone become like this? Did you all think the same as 10 way? After seeing everyone's expressions, Teresa stood up and said, different paths cannot be plotted together. From today, I will withdraw from the meeting. Maria panicked. Teresa, you need to think clearly. I spent a lot of effort to bring you to this meeting. The blonde president also said, this meeting is not a come and go as you please type. Only the elite who are most suitable for protecting humanity are invited. If you leave now, you will never have a chance to join again. But through a series of events, Teresa also saw through their true faces. Without a word, I have made my decision. I believe Kang Jin-hyuk is more suitable for protecting humanity than you all. Saying this, she left without looking back. Just now, Kang was taking a walk by the sea. Suddenly, he received a message from Hi. The voice on the phone, Hi, was trembling. Kang Jin-hyuk immediately sensed something was wrong. After all, Hi is a top figure in the martial arts world, the granddaughter of the legendary warrior Yu Chin-yo. Her martial arts skills are unparalleled, and her personality is outgoing. But now, the first moment she saw Kang Jin-hyuk, tears filled her eyes. Brother Jin-hyuk, don't rush. Hi, what happened? Hi took Kang Jin-hyuk to a hospital. From her account, it turned out that his grandfather, the legendary warrior Yu Chin-yo, had been severely injured during a sneak attack by creatures from the Tower of Trials recently. And recently, the injury has worsened. Looking at the weak old man on the sickbed, Kang Jin-hyuk couldn't believe it. But a legendary warrior in the martial arts world, with unparalleled martial arts skills, who could have beaten him into this state? At the same time, he also obtained information about the other party through the Eye of Gluttony. Tisk, Yu Chin-yo. Unique ability, formless tage. Copy condition. Yu Chin-yo's death is almost certain. If you save his life, you may copy one of his skills. At this moment, a person dressed as a doctor walked in. Hi, miss. Why did you bring such a well-known man here today? Isn't this Mr. Kang Jin-hyuk? But unfortunately, even though you're an S-rank awakened, medical matters might be out of your reach. Otto, let me take a look. Yu Chin-yo. He's at least a legendary figure. Our hospital is doing everything we can to keep him alive. You should be thankful to us. Hi tightly clenched her fist. You're all authorities in this field. But why hasn't my grandfather's condition improved after 3 or 4 months? The green-haired doctor wiped his eyes. We've already tried our best. Hi, miss. Your grandfather's injuries are from the Tower of Trials and caused by magical energy. In modern medicine, just being able to keep him alive is already pretty good. This statement was like standing on a moral high ground. Hi could only apologize no matter how anxious she was. Jin-hyuk brother, let's go out first and let the doctor treat grandpa. But little Kang just stood there, not moving at all. Tisk, Eye of Gluttony has been activated. The next second, he was furious, his eyes red, because he found out through the reading mind effect of Eye of Gluttony that these doctors were actually all here to impersonate and cheat for money. They didn't have any intention of genuinely healing Yu Chin-yo. but we're thinking of how to extort money. The green-haired doctor sighed. We're currently researching a high-end treatment plan, but the raw material magic crystals are quite expensive. I wonder, hi miss, if you... He hadn't finished speaking yet. Hi impatiently expresses that she will sell his family's martial arts gym if she has to in order to heal her grandfather. Green-haired man secretly laughed. However, the next second a loud shout entered his ears. What kind of nonsense extortion tactics are you using? You shameless scumbag! The quack doctor retaliated. What did you say? Are you insulting doctors? Apologize to me. His face was covered in sweat. Jin-hyuk, sir, even if you are a powerful S-class awakened person, you cannot defame someone without reason. He does not know that little Kang has already heard his thought. What is going on? Is he testing me? But even if my cover is blown, it's okay. I already saved the money I swindled to another place. Oh, so you have other accounts and encrypted wallets? Come on, I'll count them for you one by one. What? How do you know? This is a direct blowout. Hi's veins bulged. Jin-hyuk, brother, what did you say? He transferred the treatment fee to another account? Do you have any evidence? How can you defame someone without reason? But Kang Jin-hyuk knows everything through his thought. Not only that, but he also learned from the doctor's inner monologue that the person who injured Yu Chin-young was the boss who ran out of the Tower of Trials. This is a major bombshell. The boss inside the tower actually ran out and contacted human. This is too much. Although he doesn't know what kind of plan they have, this news is very valuable. Just then, the heart monitor suddenly beat rapidly. At the same time, Yu Chin-young spat out blood. Hi panicked. Green-haired man also seized the opportunity. A good opportunity. He'll slip away. But before he could even take 2 steps, a sneaker kicks the door. It's Hi with cold eye. She uses her long legs to launch a wall kick. It looks like what Jin-hyuk brother said is true. You're feeling guilty and tried to run away after being found out. The girl cried and gritted her teeth at the same time. If something happens to my grandpa, none of you will be able to walk out of this sick room alive. But at that moment, little Khan says, calm down, hi. Jin-hyuk brother is here. Yu Chin-young, on the hospital bed, coughs violently. The green-haired doctor sees this and says, you scared the patient. Yu Chin-young was only able to hold on until now because of us. How can you act like this without any discrimination? Little Khan sighs. I've helped you already, but you still want to continue to die. Fine, hi. You can move your feet now. As soon as the words were spoken, Hi's long legs leapt into the air. With a 360-degree spin, she kicks the green-haired doctor right in the face. The depression is so deep, it can't be pulled out. Little Khan doesn't care about that side. He turns around to check on the old man's injuries. This symptom should be a magic runaway disease. That is, Yu Chin-young's foundation is good. For a normal person, they would have died long ago. Others may not have a way, but he is who he is. He is Little Khan. A thing appears in his hand. The green-haired doctor is stunned. That is holy water? Yes, that's right. It's this thing. For those who have forgotten, I'll give you a refresher course. This is from the first season. Kang Jin-hyuk snatched it from Alex Jadro. It can cure all diseases. The holy water. Isn't this perfect? Use it here. Only saw him open the bottle. The blue holy water poured out, quickly repairing the wound. Under the blue light, it only took a few seconds for the magic scars on Yu Chin-young's body to completely disappear. Finally, the old man closed his eyes and relaxed. Hi was excited. Grandpa! Tears broke through again. Little Kang also laughed. At the same time, the system sent a reminder. You have met the replication conditions. You have successfully replicated the true heavenly flower cultivation technique. S-Class. It can increase magic recovery speed by 30%. On the other side, the green-haired doctor saw this situation. He could only hurry and leave. But suddenly, a foot was kicked from behind. With a thud, he was kicked away. He was Little Khan. Oh yeah, let's talk alone. I am a reasonable person. As long as you return the money you cheated from my sister, I will let bygones be bygones. This deal is very profitable, isn't it? The green-haired man was a little incredulous. This famous S-Class awakened one was this easy to talk to? Little Khan sighed. His finger bones made a crackling sound. What? You're not satisfied with this proposal? Of course, the green-haired man agreed without hesitation. At the same time, he fled the hospital. But little did he know, Little Khan was standing on the rooftop overlooking his every move. Alice asked on his shoulder, did you let him go that easily? This doesn't seem like your style. Of course not. The boss of the Tower of Trials has come to the human world. There must be a big conspiracy. This kind of lower-class person can't extract any useful information. It's better to follow him. Find out where the nest is. So from now on, I'm counting on you. Oh, great master. Alice flew out with an excited face. Hey, don't just play outside all the time, little Khan said, turning and giving a slightly smiling, indulgent look. He's making the little vampire queen happy. Meanwhile, he turned back to the sick room and looked at Yu Qianyong on the bed. Alright, now there's no one else here, little Khan said. Yu Qianyong opened his eyes after hearing this. You've known I was awake all along, haven't you? I thought my breathing was perfectly hidden. Honestly, when did my breathing become so distinguishable to even someone like you? It seems your abilities are extraordinary, Kang Jin-hyuk. However, that low profile, it's normal for an old man to be cautious after being framed and encountering a rogue doctor. I completely understand. Hearing this, Yu Qianyong laughed heartily. Ha ha ha, you're really good at controlling people. I'm embarrassed to scold you after that. Little Kang's face returned to normal and said, this time, it's also due to your granddaughter Hai-Hai's request. But since you're awake, there's something I want to ask you. What exactly happened during the accident when the incident occurred? Yu Qianyong, who was silent upon hearing this, touched the scar on his chest and spoke of what happened at that time. He was on the road, but suddenly, a purple hole opened up in the sky and the monsters of the Tower of Trial poured out. Although he had a strong ability, he fought hard to defeat some of the monsters. But there was a man in a cloak behind the monsters. Oh yeah, I never expected there to be such a strong human. In that case, I'll play with you, the man said. The result was obvious, although Yu Qianyong was strong. But alas, the opponent is the boss of the Tower of Trial. A sword cut through his chest. Then he lost consciousness. He faintly remembered that the opponent used a long sword. The view switches back to reality. To be honest, at this age, it's the first time he's seen someone's sword technique so exceptional. Kang Jin-hyuk has already analyzed the opponent from his description. Long hair, uses a sword, and the clothing is also very ancient. This is undoubtedly the power of the 21st floor, the martial arts world. It seems that they have already sent people to infiltrate the human world. Those guys are all difficult to deal with. Although he doesn't know what they're specifically trying to do, there's no doubt that the Tower of Trial will become even more difficult to conquer in the future. Yu Qianyong was also shocked by little Kang's analysis. However, he changed the subject and asked a gossip question. Little Khan, have you known my granddaughter for a long time? Yes. Old man, haha, then how about I betrothed her to you? Little Khan was sweating and said, old man, my relationship with Hai-Hai is not what you think it is. Hey, don't rush to refute. I, an old man, don't have any other abilities, but I have a good eye for people. Although the Tower of Trial has only been open for a few months, I can feel from you a sense of having gone through hardships. You look like you've been through many battles and are not easily surprised. You're someone worth entrusting. Little Khan was speechless. Old man, my 50,000 hours of game time wasn't for nothing. I cleared the Tower of Trial before it entered reality, okay? Yu Qianyong praised him too much, and it's not that exaggerated. Yu Qianyong patted his chest and said, don't worry about your relationship with my granddaughter for now. I, an old man, should repay you for saving my life. What do you want? I will try to satisfy you. Little Khan smiled. Here it comes. This is a reward from a first-class martial arts master. Anything you want. Really? Anything? Don't worry. Just ask for it. Old man said that any promise made outside is very reliable. Kang Jin-hyuk walks out of a hospital room. Hai asks, how is my grandfather? Is he okay? Relax. The effects of the holy water are not to be underestimated. That's good. Jin-hyuk brother, I don't know how to thank you. Little Khan smiled. It's okay. Hai sister, your grandfather has already expressed his gratitude to me. But looking at this expression, it seems like he received something extraordinary. Sure enough, inside the hospital room, Yu Qianyong first put on a forced smile, but then couldn't hold back the tears. I never thought this kid would ask me for that thing. It hurt. So what did he give him in the end? The vampire ancestor Alice finally enjoyed a long-awaited peace. She lounged with her legs crossed and drank red wine. This is what a queen should do. At night, Kang Jin-hyuk stands alone on the top floor of a hotel, looking down at the view outside the floor-to-ceiling windows. This is the penthouse suite of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Well, all I can say is, it feels good to be rich. Little Kang is not at all polite. He calls and orders a whole car of food. What stewed potatoes, sautéed tomatoes, and other gourmet dishes were all served. The knife gently cut through top-grade steak. A bite in the mouth. Oh, comfortable. This taste is really great. It melts in his mouth. He haven't enjoyed this in a long time. Alice, who was by his side, shook her little foot. Humans are only worth this much. When I was a queen, I've seen everything. As they were talking, the news was playing on the television. The female host announced that they had invited the expert on conquering the Tower of Trial, the top player of the strongest guild in the country, Mr. Kang Jin-hyuk. He asked Mr. Kang Jin-hyuk what he thought the core of climbing the tower was. He replied that the most important thing about climbing the tower was to hone one's skills. As he spoke, Alice was getting drowsy from listening. He heard Mr. Kang Jin-hyuk on the television talking about how conquering the Tower of Trial required strength and background. She thought to herself, what the hell? Wasn't it Little Khan who cleared the 3rd floor of the Tower of Trial? He turned to look and saw Little Khan rubbing his neck and going to sleep. What? My contractee. Can't you even stand to hear that idiot on TV boasting? Sure enough, on the television, Mr. Kang Jin-hyuk was still talking wildly. He said that although the mysterious awakened player X had cleared the 3rd floor, he absolutely did not dare to enter the 4th floor carelessly because it was a copy filled with zombies. Players had to defend against 100 waves of zombie to win, and if they failed once, the entire 4th floor would be locked for 20 days. However, the time limit was only 90 days, and if they couldn't clear it, the 4th floor would be permanently locked. Even if someone was strong and capable, they wouldn't dare enter carelessly. As he spoke on the television, Little Khan was in the bathroom taking a shower and hearing everything clearly. After the television program ended, Mr. Kang Jin-hyuk and his girlfriend went to the underground parking lot to prepare to go home. Hey, dear, the 4th floor is so difficult. I'm sure X at least has to prepare for a month before daring to enter. So, with all this time, let's go out and relax together. But as soon as they got in the car, a message popped up. Player X announces the conquest of the 4th floor. Please be prepared, all players. 8 hours later, the first wave of zombie will attack city. Kang Jin-hyuk is stunned. Sports cars are frantically accelerating out. He frantically turns the steering wheel while communicating with guild members in a hurry. Emergency situation, emergency situation. All top players, gather speed for me now. What's the situation? What's going on? Why is there suddenly a group meeting? Kang Jin-hyuk grinds his teeth. This damn axe is hitting him in the face like this. What is he thinking? He speeds away with a foot on the gas pedal. Meanwhile, Kang Jin-hyuk sneezes and wakes up from bed. It feels like someone is calling my name from behind. The vampire ancestor, Alice, is nestled nearby. Little Kang stretches a lazy back. From here you can see that his figure is quite good. Alright, the Tower of Trial, Level 4, Strategy Battle, officially begins. The 4th level of the Tower of Trial is known as the Zombie level. Led by the Immortal Queen, countless waves of zombies will continuously attack the players. Players only have 2 ways to deal with this. One is to choose a stronghold that can effectively defend, and the other is to deploy and place defensive towers. Of course, these are for general people. From the teleportation portal, our protagonist, Little Khan, walks out. Oh yeah, it's been a long time since I've been to the 4th level. No matter when I look at it, it's always so desolate. Now there are 2 hours left until the first wave of zombies. He walks to a ruined arena, reaches out and touches the wall. Edie, you have used the priority of stronghold selection. This location has been marked by you. Afterwards, Kang Jin-hyuk begins to set up defenses. The props he sprinkles on the ground from his backpack are the seeds of mysterious plants. After all of this, many new players have gradually gathered on the square. They are all here to strategize the 4th level. At this time, a voice calls out Little Kang's name. Kang brother looks down. It's Hi and Tae-myung. Besides them, there's a blonde girl. It's Saint Teresa. She's shining in her outfit today. Hi and Tae-myung are both stunned. Saint lady, how did you come here? Little Kang falls to the ground. Don't be so surprised. I called her here. Teresa also says she's already quit the guild and is now a free person. Moreover, she likes being with Kang Jin-hyuk. These words are said in a low voice and her ears are red. Okay, since you're all here, you should know what we're facing next. Hi and Tae-myung both say they're not afraid, but the 4th level zombie have at least 100 waves. They may not be able to defend it. Hey! There's difficulty and challenges. Look at the stronghold I chose, the arena. How is it? Is it big enough? Hi is getting crazy. Jin-hyuk brother, we're only 4 people. To guard such a big stronghold, we need at least 100 people. This is not the game we used to play before. If we die here, we'll really die. But Little Khan says, calm down. I have a plan. Wow, Jin-hyuk, calm look. So handsome. But Teresa also remembers, isn't the stronghold defense battle supposed to have a minimum of a 5-person squad? But you see, with me, Hi, Tae-myung, and you, we're only 4 people. Little Kang smiles. Hey, don't worry, I said I have a plan. And the last person is also prepared. You see, he's here. As soon as the voice falls, a furious figure with a sword drops from the teleportation gate. It's little Kang's mortal enemy, Sword Saint Chun Yusung. As soon as he saw him, he excitedly pulled out his long sword. Kang Jin-hyuk, you dog thing, you're dead. As for why he's so furious, it goes back to half an hour ago. Chun Yusung was on the 3rd level practicing his sword skills when he suddenly received a message from Kang Jin-hyuk. You have 1 hour to get to the 4th level of the Tower of Trial. That Kang Jin-hyuk guy. Don't think you can be so arrogant just because you've beaten me so many times. You think you can do whatever you want? But the next message popped up. If you come now, I'll let me keep 1 hand and 1 leg. Shit, naive. Am I the person who let you win for the sake of winning? I'm not paying attention to you. Oh cock, then I'll just close my eyes and fight you. Chun Yusung gritted his teeth. I can endure it. This guy is definitely tricking me. I'm going to turn my anger into motivation for revenge. You chicken? This sentence was like a bolt from the blue. He can't take it anymore. And that's how the scene before he came to be. Chun Yusung held his sword and said, Dog thing, today I have to take your life. Otto, you're here, old buddy. Little Kang glanced at the other's weapon. An elemental sword. If you infuse it with magic, you can shoot sword energy from a distance. He really did get his hands on that weapon. But Chun Yusung was still angry. He tightly gripped the sword handle. Who's scared? You said you'd let me keep 1 hand and 1 leg. Right, I'll show you if I'm scared or not. But little Kang only calmly said, all right, I know you're in a hurry, but don't rush. Are you sure you want to fight me with that half-finished weapon in your hand? What do you mean? The elemental sword is a good equipment, but it also has to become a complete being to unleash its true power. I guess you're worried about the remaining materials, just as I thought. The zombie tide rewards will have corresponding spoils materials. You jerk! Spoils materials are all randomly generated. Why do you think I can get what I want? Otto, don't be in a hurry, little bro. You know, I always have some special ways, and I just happen to know how to control the probability of card pool sales. As long as you promise to join our team and enter the stronghold defense battle, I'll help you get that thing. Chun Yusung was silent for half a second, then snapped the sword back into its sheath. You better make sure you're not playing me. Didi, the 5-man team is complete. Teresa came up to Jin-hyuk's ear and said, we used this way to bring Chun Yusung in. He really okay with this? Little Kang was calm and said, hey, don't look at this guy. He looks like he's always agitated, but in fact, he's quite simple. Once he decides to join, he'll definitely give it his all. Hi said, oh, by the way, Jin-hyuk Appa, this is for you. From the backpack came out 2 wrapped up long knives. Little Kang laughed. Got it, dragon blades. This pair of artifacts is the treasure of Hi-Hi's grandpa's family. Jin-hyuk, these are my grandpa's treasures. I don't know what method you used to make him willing to give them up so painfully. Maybe it's because I look handsome. But the next moment, when he opened the wrapping, there was a note attached that said bridal gift. Damn it, so that old man had this idea all along. Kang Jin-hyuk's new 5-man team is complete, with the holy woman Teresa, and the sword Saint Chun Yusung. The fighter Hi-Hi and the mechanical ruler Tae-myung formed a team. Little Kang and the others came to the base, but Chun Yusung was speechless. You chose this broken place? It's leaking wind everywhere. How can we 5 people guard it? Suddenly, they heard a voice from the side. Which idiot took the arena first? It was a group of young people led by one with a knit cap and jacket, hands in pockets, and knives on their belts. Kang Jin-hyuk recognized the pattern on the knives and said, I know them. They're from a clan in the 21st level of the martial arts world. They're from the Tower of Trial? Before he could finish, Teresa was confused and asked, Jin-hyuk, do you know them? And what's the Namgung clan? Jin-hyuk laughed and said, I'm not just familiar with them. The Namgung clan is a notorious family in the 21st level martial arts world. They're all arrogant and look down on others. Namgung Hyun clenched his fists in anger. You, this guy, do you know who I am? How dare you mock our Namgung family? I'll wipe out your entire clan. Hey, look, I've said everything for you. I've heard enough of these low-level villain lines. Get out of here. Save yourself live. Namgung Hyun grinds his teeth, can't hold back anymore. Alright, these lines are all the same, but his next move is different. Drawing out his sword while Kang Jin-hyuk also receives a system notification. Namgung Hyun, unique ability 1 with the sword. Copy condition. You have encountered a resident from the Murim. The other residents that came with him are hidden among the triad. You may copy one of his skills once you find all of them. This notification made Little Kang aware of extra information so there's more than just one martial arts world resident among this group. They don't seem to have pure motives. Teresa is nervously, Jin-hyuk, what should we do? Little Kang is not in a hurry. I don't care about their motives, as long as they have skills for me to copy. Namgung-hyun waves his hand. You guys, come here, let them see the consequences of offending us. Tae-myung and Hi-Hi immediately enter a state of preparation. One of them activates the ability of the Mechanical King, summoning a fully armed, all-terrain combat tank. At the same time, countless armed drones fly out. The other activates the unique ability of the martial artist refusal to retreat. As long as she don't retreat, they can reduce 30% of damage. And some people also silently summon their own magic armor. Leave the rest to me. This knight holding a silver shield is Saint Teresa. Kang Jin-hyuk glances at Chun Yu-sung. Hey, help me fight for 3 minutes. Can it be done? Chun Yu-sung confidently states, don't wait for me for 3 minutes. I can handle them myself. Countless sword shadows strike out. Those little minions falling under the merciless sword net. How can group battles lack group boss? Teresa's body shines with golden holy light. Didi, War Song has been activated. All members' attributes will increase by 10 points in 10 minutes. Wow, this endless surging power. This is too great. Saint Tae-myung directly launches missiles. Take my strike. Missile flying kick. The sound of explosions booms. The enemy falls over and Hi-Hi is as light as a swallow, using clever martial arts techniques and a small kick. In just a moment, Namgung-hyun's minions are almost wiped out. They are all stunned. My god, these people are too terrifying. Are they human? But before they can finish speaking, a blue flash charges into the battlefield. Flash 1, Flash 2, Flash 3, a nonchalant sword sheath. A real man never looks back at explosions. But the next second, a purple sword light slashes down from above. Fortunately, Chun Yu-sung reacted quickly enough to barely block it. It was Namgung-hyun who personally made the move. But you thought you blocked it? No! The clothes have cut open a hole. This strike was even faster than what the naked eye could see. Namgung-hyun laughed. You're pretty quick. For an ordinary person, that would have been a fatal wound. However, even so, you're just a nameless swordsman without any background. He raises the long sword to his shoulder. Let me show you what it's like. What is the true sword art of the noble family? With one sword, there are several purple shadows following. One sword is like 1,000 swords. It is the skill of the Sword Emperor. Facing the sword energy that comes from different angles, Chun Yu-sung can only defend himself clumsily for a moment. No good. From the power felt from this sword energy, this person is not on the same level as the previous opponents, or even the so-called expert players we have encountered so far. Just in this moment of hesitation, the strong sword energy comes from below. Namgung-hyun takes a swipe and Chun Yu-sung's guard is wide open. This is the killing move. Sword Emperor. Slash. Chun Yu-sung has no way to avoid it, but at this critical moment, a shield flies in from the side and deflects the slash. It is Saint Teresa. She must have used a support skill. At this moment, Little Kang speaks up. Nice job, Saint Teresa. Alright, 3 minutes are up. It's my turn now. Didi, you have activated fire element. Snap his fingers and a trail of fire erupts from his fingertips. Then, in a split second, dozens of flames sweep from your feet, forming a whirlwind of fire that locks Namgung-hyun in place. He grinds his teeth and curses. Damn it, you're using such cheap tricks. If you have the ability, then fight like a real swordsman with a real sword. The next second, Kang Jin-hyuk uses the recoil of the fire to leap into the air. Namgung-hyun sneers. I thought you were someone with some skill. Turns out you're just a fool. In the air, without any leverage, you're just a live target. He was about to activate Sword Emperor again, but suddenly, he feels something off, because his left foot was frozen solid. Of course, it's Kang Jin-hyuk's ice element. What's this moment? And Little Kang's voice came from the sky. Oh yeah. So who's the living target now? System notification, you have fused fire and ice elements. Skill, Daylight, is ready. Didi, you have activated Daylight. With a wave of the hand, a strong, blinding flash bursts out. Just as it's about to hit the immobile Namgung-hyun directly, just at that moment, a porcupine head with a saber jumps out from behind. Skill, cross slash. The red skill aura helped to temporarily block Namgung-hyun's fatal move. Kang Jin-hyuk's gaze froze. Can't hold back anymore? Sure enough, in front of Namgung-hyun, there are now 3 figures standing, 1 woman and 2 men. Meanwhile, the system gives a notification. All the Tower of Trial residents hiding in the crowd have been discovered. You have met the conditions to copy. Skill, Infinite Steps, has been copied. The porcupine head strokes his chin. I really didn't expect there to be people with such deep internal skills in the human world. He turns to Namgung-hyun and greets him. Are you okay? The other 2 companions snicker. Really didn't expect Hyun Bro to have this kind of ending today. Who let you guys act? I can handle him alone. The purple-haired girl laughs. laughs. Namgoong bro, your mouth is really hard, almost like a duck's beak. The porcupine head changes the subject. Alright, I'm not questioning your strength, but don't forget that the master wanted us to win him over, not kill him. Cut it out. I know, but that guy is too crazy, and he already knew we were from inside the Tower of Trial. This statement shocks the other three. What? Namgoong bro, is this true? He already knows our identity?